What's up, guys? It's McKay here with the Clean Tech Daily Technology News Review, and this is a topic that has been brought back up after about 8 months of almost silence from the media that I think is actually pretty interesting, and that we have a lot to learn from it. And that is that TikTok is now being considered being banned from the United States. It is already, and it's also being considered as a United States security risk, which is super interesting. So about 8 months ago, this was a pretty hot topic with President Trump, and he was starting to move towards banning it. However, when President Biden has taken office, this topic has been kind of pushed back a little bit. Now it has been brought back up again, and the legislator is actively moving forward, trying to see how to take care of TikTok, because TikTok does honestly pose quite a bit of question marks when it comes to the U.S., when it comes to the United States security. One of them being that this is one of the bigger paragraphs that I think is pretty important right here. It says TikTok has said repeatedly that it doesn't share information on American users with the Chinese government, and that its data is held on servers in the United States with backup servers in Singapore. However, national securities say that TikTok would have no choice but to comply with the demand by Chinese Communist government for data. They say TikTok's users' data could be used to track federal employees and contractors, conduct corporate espionage, and compile, I don't know how to say that word, dossiers for blackmail purposes. Basically, TikTok is a company that is in, I believe, Beijing, China, or Singapore. It's over in China. And something that is, they said that they have the servers in the United States and the backup servers in Singapore. However, when it comes to if the Chinese government snapped their fingers and said that they needed data from TikTok or the company that owns TikTok, then they would have no other option other than to give that data over to the Chinese government. And like it says here, they can track multiple different things: federal employees and contractors, espionage, and other different blackmailing purposes. Something that I thought was super interesting is when President Trump was in office, he was issuing executive orders that would have blocked TikTok and other Chinese apps from the United States unless they were put under controls by United States owners. And I remember when this first did come up, TikTok was considering being bought out by a United States company. A couple of those companies were Oracle and Walmart. Walmart would have been a really interesting one to buy TikTok, but hey, more power to them. So that would have been one of the stipulations, is that the United States would have had to have a majority stake in TikTok, from what I understand. But that deal would require Chinese approval and was far from assured. So that was one of the things that I thought was super interesting. But something that also is pretty interesting here, I'll have to find the paragraph, but it says that here it is. It says, but there's a bit of a third rail. People like TikTok, and that's the issue, is banning if you were in legislation and you ban TikTok, that would not bode well for a campaign in the future. Just because TikTok is such a popular app amongst, I imagine, hundreds of millions of Americans, or at least tens of millions of Americans, that by banning TikTok, people may not be the biggest fan of you, even if this is kind of where the moral dilemma comes in. Are you doing the right thing, or are you doing the popular thing? I honestly don't know, because I don't know how much of a security risk TikTok actually brings up to the United States. So this is just something that we're going to have to pay attention to and see how everything plays out in terms of TikTok, and if the United States decides to ban it or not. Now, something that I do find that is super important is the ability to be able to control what goes through your internet, and especially what goes through your phones. Something that we've developed here at Clean Tech is a clean phone, and what that does is it allows parents or other family members to manage apps that are on your phone. So if you think Instagram is all right, but you don't want your family member to have TikTok, you can definitely customize that and modify that through the Parent Control app. You can also have phone monitoring, so you're able to monitor text messages and calling history. You can also schedule app usages. So if you do allow TikTok, but you don't want your family member to have more than 30 minutes on TikTok, that's where Clean Phone would come in. You can schedule all of that each app, and you'll also get screen time reports. So if your child is like, hey, I just did 2 hours of homework, but then you go check the screen time report and they spend an hour and a half on TikTok, that's definitely a conversation that you'd be able to have thanks to Clean Phone. Clean Phone is trusted by a lot of people all over the country to be able to protect their family members, their kids, to not only protect them from the malicious things online, but also to help them gain control. Instead of technology controlling the kids have control over technology, and that's just one of the many benefits that comes with CleanWriter. So if you're interested in CleanWriter, check the link in the description. If you enjoy these news updates, consider subscribing, and like always, we'll see you next time. Happy tech reviews.